useful. At the moment, I'm still sticking with front facing just because I don't want to. Oh, that was not good. Just because I still want to be able to see what I'm doing, and I actually think I need to put this a bit higher. That's falling, and I kind of want to put on socks. My feet are cold, and luckily I have socks. Yay. Okay, let's see what I can do with you. I love this. I love this so much. You still can't see me, so I need to go higher. Didn't actually look up how to put you higher. I'm gonna have a nightmare editing this, as always. Loosen the center lock knob. Oh. Fancy, but that's not the one I want. Ooh, this is fancy. She said not getting very high. Oh wait, I missed a step. Okay, we're getting somewhere. There we go. Ooh, isn't this fancy? Oh, I love this. Okay, that's gotta be, we'll go higher. I'm so happy. I'm genuinely like a child at Christmas. I'm really, really happy with this tripod so far. Obviously, it's been about 5 minutes, but the one thing I will say is that this one to tilt it, the little turn thing, is a bit sticky and gross. And once I get the hang of it, it won't be that hard to like figure out, so that's good. Welcome to my floor. You still can't see me though, so it probably does have to go higher. And you see me now, you don't. Okay, that's okay. Ooh, that's very high now. That's the one. We're there, we made it. It's so full. My lateral flow tests, which didn't work. Well, like they did, and it gave me a negative result. But on the website, it had said that an antigen test would count. And it didn't say anything about not allowing self-tests. Whereas when I went to Holland, it did say that on the Dutch site. I got to my flight 3 hours early, but the check-in didn't open for another half hour because it doesn't open till 2 hours before. So I waited in line literally about 5 minutes before so that I'd get to the front desk at the time it opened, and I had all my documents, I showed everything, and then I showed my test, and she called someone up to say, is this acceptable? And they said no. And so then I had to run downstairs, get a test, pay a lot of money for it, definitely was overcharged, wait another half hour, although luckily it was only 20 minutes, and then go back and queue again. Absolute nightmare. So I didn't even need to take these, but I did. Jeez, that needs to go in the fridge. It looks so full, but it's mostly coats. My dress that I love, and I wore it the other day and I got loads of compliments, but also people saying, isn't this, well, my grandmother saying, isn't this too fancy? And I said no, because I decide when it's fancy and it's not. That's not what I said, obviously I was much more polite. But anyway, that can go in the wash. I took home some poffertjes and Nutella, so I'm a happy gal. Pajama bottoms, I will wear those tonight. Jumper that's been cleaned. My new shoes. They're not from Van Hagen. I can't remember the shop where we bought them, but I'm so happy with them. I've been wanting a pair like this for so long. I've done a couple of shows where I've had to wear shoes like these and either borrowed from a friend or from the company. And actually the last show I did, when I did Rent, I was tempted to steal them, but they didn't fit me quite right, so I kind of said, no, I'll leave them because even though I love them, they don't fit me properly. I have regretted that ever since. So when I found these finally in my size after we looked in a bunch of shops, and I'd already looked in a bunch of shops here, I was so happy, and they fit me so perfectly and they're so cozy. I'm really, really, really happy with them. So, coat one. This is the one I wore almost every day in Holland. It's really nice and warm. It's got zip pockets, which I appreciate. And what I actually really love the most about it, my favorite feature, is that it kind of has like a sort of belt. I know this is a more common thing in jackets, but I've just never seen it in one I owned. So it kind of, you can pull it around your waist to tighten it a bit, which I love. It's still a bit big, but I do really like it. So I'm gonna hang that downstairs. This is my regular coat. It's the one I always wear, and it's one that my grandmother gave me 2 or 3 years ago. That can also be hung downstairs. 2 different types of hagelslag. I almost regretted bringing this because it's quite big and bulky and heavy, and it was quite warm in their house. And then at the end of my trip, my grandma also said, like, next time don't bring them because I have loads. But the reason why I don't regret having brought it, it smells nice now. I have tried to wash this multiple times, but the problem is we don't have a dryer. And our clothes don't dry very quickly. I have clothes that I left here to dry when I left on Monday, and they're still a little bit damp. So this always smells awful, and now it smells clean and it's soft. And I'm especially happy because I could bring it here, and because I only paid for 15 kilos of luggage. And this morning it was very stressful for me because I came with about 7, but I brought back about an extra 8. And when I weighed it this morning, it was at 17 kilos. So I took out a bag and it was 15, And I was like, that should do. Got to the airport and it was 15.3 and the woman was really nice. And I thought there is no harm in asking, because as I was there, I suddenly realized the bag I'd taken out, I hadn't checked if it had liquids, and it did. So I realized that literally at the desk, and I said, look, can I put these in the bag? And she said, how many do you have? And I said 2. Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. How much did you like pay for in terms of weight? And I said, well, it was 15 kilos. So I realized like if it makes it too heavy, that's fine. And she kind of hesitated a bit, and her friend was there who also worked at the check-in desk. And they kind of exchanged a look, and she was like, yeah, it's fine, put it in, don't worry. And I put it in and it went up to 16.5 kilos. I would have felt terrible if it wasn't for her like letting me know that it was okay, because otherwise I would have just thrown them away, and I said that to her. But anyway, very happy with that. These are all unworn clothes, so they can be with this. So I don't think this is real. I really hope it's not. Looks cozy, right? Yeah. Well, it's a shame the hood's come off and no one can figure out how to get it back on, so I'm gonna ask my housemate. It should be simple enough, but it's not. Anyway, this is another really warm, soft coat. Especially if I get this on, that'll be so warm. Oh, well, you get the idea. So I'm also gonna hang that up. My housemate's gonna come back and be like, what's with all the coats? And how am I gonna explain it? I don't know. This was so cute. My grandma was gonna make pancakes. She usually just buys them. She was gonna try and make them. She's an excellent cook, but she doesn't like making desserts. She likes to buy them. So she bought like ready-made pancake meal, I suppose, and she gave it to me because she was like, I'm not going to use it, so we're gonna have a go. I usually make my own pancakes, but we'll see what these are like. We'll give it a run. Then I bought some. We went to a curly hair shop and I bought some stuff based on her recommendations. Hopefully it's good. This is a leave-in conditioner, and this is just a mousse because I think mine is running low, and I thought I'm gonna ask for a recommendation from a curly haired person. Hope these are good. These are 2 tops I got from my grandmother, which I actually really like. I wore that one twice, I think. So very happy with that. That's a pair of socks, like the thermal thick ones that we bought there. And these are a pair of tights that we bought there, but I didn't wear. And then this is what I was gonna throw away. Soup. Ready-made soup. This one looks really good. It's pumpkin and red lentils, which I'm excited to try. This one's gonna be interesting because I don't really like peas. It's a pea soup. And it's a massive thing in Holland to have pea soup with, I don't know what it's called in English, rookworst. And this one says it comes with vegetarian rookworst. And I did used to like that when I still had it with meat as opposed to a vegetarian option. So I'm really, really intrigued by this one. If I don't like it, I might just give it to my housemate. Anyway, that's all. Did you like the tripod? I like the tripod. I know this was probably a very, very boring vlog for you, but I'm happy that I'll have it to look back on. Also, I'm feeling very Disney today. I've got the Mickey and then I've got the Eeyore and a chocolate stain, which is just divine. But that is all from me. Thank you for joining me on my trip to Holland. Even though I filmed so little, and I am very sorry about that, but I had the best time. I was not happy to come back, but we're here, we're gonna make it happen, and I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you have any questions about anything, or if you have anything to say. Comment section is all yours to use. Bye! I love this. Ayo, ayo, ayo. Boom, boom, shaka.